All right, we have a nice scene of, tranquil scene of boats and a harbor. Um, you know, we've done our share of architecture, so this time the lines don't have to be as straight. And you certainly can't draw a boat with a ruler, that'll mess you up. But this is a fun scene. Again, we're gonna go from light to dark, as we've done before. Before we do that, I wanna do this quote that I read to you. Here comes Ellen. That I read to you last week. I feel that painting is taking a leap into the unknown, building from what you do know about technique, taking risks, and trying to stretch yourself in each artistic effort. It requires a beginner's mind, I kind of like that, a good deal of courage, and the love of watercolor. It's not talent that takes us on this journey, but perseverance, desire, and effort. A long quote compared to some of the ones I've done before, but I still think a very, very nice one from Marjorie Tower, an artist in Western Mass who died in the first weeks of January. All right. Okay, so here's my value sketch that you might have. Let me just move this so I can see it better. That you might have seen in advance. And I've made a few marks here. I started my sketch way up here, and then I've moved the line here. I wanted a little bit less sky and more water. So my level of the beach is right about here, and the mast is there. I've eliminated one of that double-hulled boat on the left, and I eliminated a couple of boats over here on the right. So I've got a nice 3 boats, which is a nice number rather than 2 or 4 or 6. 3 kind of makes a better design. All right, I'm going to start with a little bit, like I said, I'm going to start with usually I start covering almost a third of the page with water, but I'm not. I'm going to put a little bit of, okay, so you can see at home, I'm putting this color of sort of the beach, and actually I'm not, come on, I hate that color. That burnt sienna is so sticky.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, I'm gonna float this beach color. It's got some raw sienna and some burnt sienna. I don't want to have too much of that burnt sienna, but it's a very light tone. I'm making it wiggly at the top. I'm going around these masts. You know, you could mask out the masts and some of this rigging, but I'm just going to try to paint around it because I'm too impatient to mask.
I forgot
There's a path up to the boathouse. There's another path off in this direction,
Oh, I didn't see that.
or at least that's what I saw. Yeah, you know, or you can pretend. That's the way. That's where the kids went to put
I
their.
can say, screw it, it's my painting. I'm
Yeah.
gonna put it.
All right. At the bottom of the beach is that water line where the water is receded, and it's a little bit. Oops, come on, let's
Is it
go.
like the scum line?
Yeah, it's like a low tide line or something. And I'm going to put just a little bit while the paint is still wet. I'm just going to float this little line in, and hopefully it blends with the color above it, so it's not real sharp like an architectural thing. Burnt sienna and ultramarine blue. Okay, ultramarine. Yeah.
Mixed with stuff from his sponge.
And then I'm dipping my brush into the aureolin. I'm going to do the grasses next. That's the next patch that looks fairly light to me. A little bit of cerulean. I like this. Okay. I got to watch out. This edge is a little bit light, so I'm going to start at the top edge. All right, here's that nice long. There's that long,
strip of land.
yeah, it's that,
I don't think I had too much of that.
okay.
I don't know why there's that piece in the middle. I remember that piece in the middle.
I'm not too
Oh, I got it. Going around that is kind of a pain. Okay. So these are
And
the
that's, sorry, Oriolan plus what?
cerulean.
Thanks.
Yep. And if it blends a little bit here, I'm not going to worry too much. Okay, let's just keep going.
I think you're gonna have to just clean that out later.
There we go. Now, at the bottom of the grasses, it's a little bit darker too. So I'm going to put a little bit of ultramarine in with that green mixture I already have on the palette. Because right at the bottom of the grasses, again, I can make this a little bit irregular.
Like brush.
Yeah.
Yeah. There it is.
And there's a chance I may come back to this later in the painting, much later, if I decide I need this to make this darker. I can do that later on, but I'm just trying to get a little bit of a feel. So I've got this green lawn. I better take this lawn all the way up. I'll put it between there. We go there. And then I'll use this dark. I don't like to get into darks too early, but I do want to sort of just say that this is either a shadow line or something that divides the two lawns.
Yeah, that's nice. Beautiful.
And I'm doing it while it's wet so that I don't have sharp lines on here that sort of blend a little bit. Okay. And I guess that's pretty good.
Did you wet any areas?
No, I really didn't. I didn't throw a whole lot of water on this stuff. I did it pretty much dry. Okay, I'm going to stop there and let you guys catch up because, again, we're doing this just that little bit of land, and I feel like the land is one of the lightest things. So, all right.
I couldn't get my permit to work, and they moved ink, and I couldn't get over to the state.
Now, can you tell me again what you used for your greens, your grasses? And
Sure. I used Oriolan and and cerulean blue. Now Oriolan, you can also use Windsor yellow is the substitute. It's the same color, and cerulean, or whatever very pale yellow you have, and cerulean makes that kind of summer lawn color.
Ned, can you buy a Oriolan?
No.
Oriolan? I thought they were eliminating.
They're out. About a year ago, I bought 3 gigantic tubes, and I'm almost down to none. So that will drop out of my palette.
Oh, it's a shame. It's such a nice yellow.
I love it, and you've used it, right?
Well, I guess on the vineyard, yes.
Yeah.
The triad of Oriolan, cobalt, and permanent rose. You know, that's
Yeah,
a lot of people use that.
Yes, yeah.
Triad.
Oh, yes.
Did Joan come on?
Joan just came on. Yep.
Oh,
And
good,
Sheila, what blue do you use when you use Oriolan, permanent rose, and which blue?
Cobalt.
Cobalt. Okay, good. Uh-huh.
Cobalt. They seem to work together, you know.
Oh, they certainly do. You've found the right combination.
I love cobalt with making greens. So cool.
So you started with the beach?
I did.
There's Oriolan and
And the beach was raw sienna. Okay, this isn't a long shift that you're doing. That was like a 4-minute little bit of couple lines of raw sienna and some long grass color. This is a very high contrast paint image because if you really look at it, the greens are really dark, and then there's a lot. Those same darks are in the water, and then you've got really light tones like the boats, and even the houses. I want to paint the houses in early with a little bit of color and tone, so that then I can paint the dark trees around them. I would have a tough time trying to paint the houses after I painted the trees. So I'm going to go into that gambrel roof house with a little bit of, I know that it's a shingled house, so I'm going to go in with a little bit of raw sienna and burnt sienna.
Ned, while you're doing that, could I ask a question?
Sure.
Normally, you paint the sky before
I
you
know.
do anything.
I know. Yeah.
Why did you decide not to?
I think I wanted to. I almost saw the beach as brighter than the sky. You know, if I squint my eyes to that picture, the beach looks lighter.
Yeah, okay.
So I wanted to get the lightest tones in first.
But Ned, that sort of defies what Charles Reed says.
Which is what?
He says, paint the value you, don't paint what is there, paint what you want to see.
Of course. Yep. No, you certainly can do. Yep.
I mean, I never could really get that, but, you know, I'm looking and it, you know, but he's paint what you want to see.
That's right.
Now, I don't.
And
maybe he'd go for the sky first.
Sure,
I don't know.
and you embody that as much as anybody, because what you want to see in a scene with huge flowers in the foreground or something is just wonderful. You clearly you see in a very interesting way and create really wonderful paintings that way.
Well, I took that one class with Charles. He was quite unique, and I was doing my little value sketch, you know,
Yeah.
as I was been taught. He comes around, he says, "What are you doing that for?" That gives me sort of a plan. Forget it. Just start painting.
Yeah, well, he could make such.
He could do it. He could do it,
He
right?
could. He could get those. He could make decisions on the fly that you and I would agonize over.
Ah, I know. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna put the roof of this boathouse in. It's a very pale, a little bit of, you know, whatever you want. It's just a dirty. I got a little bit of ultramarine and alizarin. I'm gonna probably do that on the other roof over here. I do see the roofs as being lighter than the house parts. And then down underneath that boat shed, I'm going to put a little bit of burnt sienna and ultramarine. Again, I don't want the color to jump out too much. And again, I will have the trees coming in around all these things later on.
Sorry, Alice, what color did you do the houses?
Yeah, I did the gambrel roof house sort of in the middle. I did raw sienna and burnt sienna, that kind of orangey.
Yeah.
And I'm, you know, the color in the picture is much darker, but I kind of wanted a little bit of warmth in there. I may darken that later on.
And then the other one you did?
That was ultramarine and alizarin, kind of a little bit of purpley, kind of a gray. And again, this is just two little
Right.
like, what do you call it? Little dominoes I'm painting. It's unusual, if you've been in my classes, for me to do a couple little diddly things. We're gonna go whole hog with the sky next, and the sky will come down into the water too, I think.
I knew it.
Remember, these houses are lighter than the greens. So look at, right? When they stay out, so you don't want to get that too dark. You know?
I'll stop it up right now.
Just blot, just blot.
Yeah, blood. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Paper towel. There we go. Paper towel always
Sorry.
works.
Bounty always the best, right?
Yep, something like that.
Yeah, and we know that the bottom is have a dark green, so it'll be a lot of edge.
Is it dark enough?
It'll become an irregular bluish or something. U bush.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to a light green.
I know.
Not.
I like that comment.
Doing a lot of negative painting around these buildings later.
And I left the windows open. I'm not gonna leave them white, but, because that's too bright. I will tone it down later. It'll probably be the color of the sky reflected in the windows or something like that, but, the windows, at least in this building, and I've added a window up here, are definitely lighter than the shingles around them. What was today?
And I guess I'll do the roofs later after they, I have to do the roofs later.
I would do, you can put it in now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right enough.
Just do it?
Yeah.
Okay,
Something like, more of a, not in the warm tone, but more in the cool tone.
yeah. Okay, thanks, I'll do that. Yeah. Oh, yeah, okay. All right.
Okay, I'm going to put, flood the sky with water and bring that water down into the trees, through all the background trees. I don't think I'll go down to the ones that are around the boathouse, because those to me look lighter. But I will, put the water in first, and, what was that?
Oh, those are the angels.
Those are that's Judy's brother calling in.
Brother calling you again.
All right, so
That or my kids would have
All right, so I'm putting, I'm putting a little tone in my water just so you can see it. And I'm definitely going around the masts.
My boss man.
What is that noise?
What colors did you use, Matt?
I'm just putting a little cerulean on here so you can see it. Oh boy, okay. This is tricky. I'm still painting around those lines.
Next time.
You went right into the foliage with that? No,
I did, right into the
I see
foliage.
now.
Yep.
Okay. Gotcha.
Okay, this is just really just water. I'm only putting a little blue on here so it shows up on the video thing, on the camera.
Just cerulean you used?
Yeah, and again, I could do anything. I'm just trying to tone it so you can see it. So I'm taking this right down to the level of what I see as the lighter trees. And I'm going to stop there. So I'll do that. I should have painted the roof of that building, but I forgot. Okay, so while that's all wet, I'm going to take, I see this as a morning sky, and if you really squint, you can see a little bit of pinky in the sky. I'm going to throw a little bit of pink right up in there. I'm going to throw a little pink right at the horizon. This is a permanent rose I'm adding here. Just because Sheila inspired me. There we go.
As opposed to a lizard crimson.
No, as opposed, yeah, or I was going to do raw sienna, but I decided not to. Okay,
I like my brushes.
so while,
Yesterday evening.
right, so while this is setting up, I want to keep this sky. All right, throw it on there. I'm going around that mast and that,
Is that ultramarine?
the ultramarine and cerulean.
Two blues
And
and one.
I'm reloading it. I don't want to have to go back into this. Oh, I just went over my pink. Oh well. All right, I'll just.
You wanna get wet on the brush.
And just a little. I have a little hint of pink in the sky. It's just going to go right there. And there we are. And I'm going to bring this blue right down in around these buildings.
What are you doing, putting the blue down there too?
Yeah, I'm bringing the blue right down into
Top,
the trees.
and what's the thought there? Did it add more green later?
Oh gosh, yes, yeah. But I'm just. If I don't bring it down, Linda, what happens? I end up with little empty spaces.
Doesn't look like it.
Okay, I'm gonna leave the sky there, and I'm gonna let you flood it with water, and then add the blue. Oh, yeah. Okay. And I have a couple rock walls up here. If I put it, I want to put it a little. There we go. So I put in a couple walls up there.
Oh, that's a cool guy, you said.
That's not mine.
I know.
Good luck getting that up again.
That sound always tells, I think like it's like an engine starting.
With that heat
Like a-
thing, the
yeah.
heater?
Yeah. Mm. These after bars are delicious.
I said, Maria, how do you decide what you're gonna make? She said, I was just walking and I thought of apricot and oat and almonds. So I go, well,
Yeah,
is that what you think about?
yes.
I said, then I just typed those names into a New York Times recipe and it's popped up.
Oh, you can do that with ChatGPT too.
Peggy made devil's food cake, like a sheet, and then she made pecan and coconut frosting,
Oh, wow.
and put that on the whole thing. So that was our treat after all that
Shoveling?
shoveling and,
Yeah.
yeah.
I used my air blower today for my stairs and patio. I was like, forgot the shovel.
Yeah.
That's like I usually is air blower up here on Columbus Boulevard.
Yeah.
Came down here, shoveled the walk out here, went by and I finished this whole thing, he was still blowing away. I could shovel goes faster.
My brother-in-law is in Carmel, which is only 12 miles away from me. They usually get a lot less than us, but he said, I could use my leaf blower to blow off the flakes. He said, I actually had to shovel. That's what my brother-in-law told me. I was okay, whatever.
Then you get the green in here, you can
Oh,
cover,
yeah,
cover
yeah.
that right up. and
Oh, yeah.
have a nice little blush.
I'm not even worried about it, too. I actually like the way this is. I like your idea with that, so thank you. I might put like, take a sponge and just get like a little white streak there. I like that, because I see that in the sky. No? Don't, okay, alright.
You got a nice flow there.
Yeah, okay, alright. But don't muck it up.
Don't add more. Keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah, I know. Hey, my last one on this block.
Okay.
Yeah, but I bought 3 others
Oh, good. Yeah, I
before
think
they went out of business.
That's a good size, that.
I love 12 by 16.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. It's great.
And I just go smaller.
I find going smaller with things like this give me a harder time.
Yeah, well, you got good big brushes, you like to
Yeah.
throw it on there.
Yeah, I do. I have big brushes. Yeah. How's Winnie doing? Little Winnie.
Little good, she's been great.
She's not little anymore, right?
No, she's a year old and
Yeah. Goodness, I can't wait to see her. If I'm able to do your July plein air thing,
Mhm.
will she be there?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, good, good. Yeah, we had a great time doing Vermont in July. That was great. Yeah.
It was a little cold in the beginning.
It was.
It was
It
crazy.
definitely was, yeah.
Which day
Cool.
what was it? When we were up at Lila's farm,
It was
that first farm?
freezing.
In the morning, yeah. Yeah, it was like a little nippy, you know.
That was July.
I
We
know.
were talking about nippy in
It was
July.
a little nippy.
They're down here.
Nippy.
It can get nippy in July.
Yeah.
No, if you're in the shadows and trees and,
We were,
yeah.
yeah. And of course, the motel is all in shade, except for the back area. The back area is open up, you know, where they have the chicken coops.
Where'd you stay?
You stayed in the
I stayed
chicken
at
coop?
I stayed, I stayed in the chicken coop.
You checked the chicken coop out.
The Arcady Motel.
It was very
It's south of Manchester, Jennifer,
Yeah, it's fabulous.
on the right as you get toward Arlington.
Okay.
You can have fresh farm eggs every morning if you want it. All kinds of style, fried,
No, and our builder, and
Whatever.
our renovation, he put us up there. It was lovely.
Yeah.
We couldn't use our house, and
Mm-hmm.
we really liked it.
Yeah.
And it's inexpensive compared to the other Manchester places.
$135 a night, are you kidding me? That's
Wow.
nothing,
Yeah.
yeah. And it's like it's a boutique motel, that's what it is. You know, rooms are beautifully done,
fresh eggs.
fresh eggs,
It was hard on the fresh eggs.
super clean.
All right, how are we doing on the sky? Ready to attack the water?
Suffering.
Mm-mm.
Guess I'll be using China white.
Hey,
on
Ned.
this mask.
Yeah.
Your painting just went 90 degrees.
Oh, shoot.
Got tired.
Oh, wow. Now, why would that happen? Okay. Oh, I hate taking it off the clip here.
That's interesting.
Maybe if you lock your phone so it doesn't
Okay.
go.
Okay, that better, Josh? I'm getting it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the orientation is correct now. Thank you.
Yeah, no, thank you for noticing. Now I gotta just kind of line it up better. Okay, we're okay. Thank you. All right, I'm ready for the water, and I see the water in the bluish, the lightest blue parts are still darker than the sky. That's why I want to get the sky in first. The water I'll make a little more intense, though there are parts of the water right near the beach that are fairly light, and then you see a little bit of warmth in the reflection. So anyway, I'm going to be floating water around everything except the white areas. That's the top of this boat, the little piece of white on the prow, the right-hand part of this, but everything else in this boat over here, but everything else in the reflection, everything else is going to get water. So again, I'll put a little bit of tone in my brush so you can see it. I can go slapdash, but then if I screw up, then I get mad at myself. Okay, I'm going to go around this reflection here. Boom, 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 boom. But then down here, it's just all going to be, it's not the reflection of the boat anymore. And I'm going to paint right into that sail cover. Why waste time going around it when
It's
it's going to be darker later on. I'm going right up to the top of the boat. I'm going right into the boat with my water. But around
That's
that,
just your water.
this is just water.
No paint?
Well, I got a little bit of cerulean so you can see it, but
Yeah. A little bit of tone.
Trying to go around that little thing is a pain. Okay. Careful, careful, careful. I'm gonna go around this boat, but I'm going into the hull. Okay, into the. Oh, Kathy, I got a eraser mark in my eraser thing in my water.
I
Oh.
decided whatever I had today, I was not gonna stress about it.
Okay, the rest of this, all water, except careful, right up against this boat. I want to save that white. I want to save the white in the reflection. I want to save the white in that little buoy. And I forgot a buoy over here. I wanted to put a buoy there, but I forgot. Oh well. I'm gonna leave a little. This is all. Come on, just wet it, 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 wet it. That bums me out because I did want another buoy over there.
I just went through my list again.
You got a schmutz.
I think I'll be doing a lot of China white.
Maybe I'll try to put a buoy in here by putting a making a mark. I have to just remember that it's here. Okay. Now I'm going to. This is just wet. Now I'm going to go in with some color. Cerulean blue right at the edge of the beach. I'm going right into that dark line of the beach, so I don't have any white things there. And then I see, changing brushes, I see kind of a warm, yellowy, greeny kind of color right underneath it. So while it's wet, I'm going to take a smaller brush and drag some raw sienna and cerulean right through there. You see that? So I get a little bit of reflection of this stuff. Okay. Now eventually I'll have some darker greens, but I'm not going to get into that now. So it's all going to be blue because the darker greens are darker than the blue. So everything else from here on in
Is ultramarine and
cerulean again.
cerulean.
But more ultramarine than the sky, right?
Yeah, probably. Yep.
It's also used for the shadow.
Right into the shadow of the boat.
Dun, 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 dun.
Trying to go around that little buoy thing.
There's a buoy thing?
So I just put one in.
Oh, isn't that cute?
Yeah. Now, I don't want to have to go into this water a second time, so I'm gonna be pretty bold with it. I am gonna go darker greens later on. I'm going through that sail cover. Gotta remember I have a little piece of the mast down there, so I gotta go around that. This is kind of a pain. Now I gotta be careful around this prow of the boat because I want to save that white. And I want to save the white of this reflection of the mast in the water. And I can just pull this water down in vertical strokes. I'm trying to make sure things don't dry out on me. the hull of the boat is still darker than the water.
You think so?
The shadow side is.
Yeah, the shadow is darker than the blue.
That's a really tough thing to get through your head because you think it's a white boat, so why wouldn't it be light? But it's when the white boat is in shadow,
That's that middle blue. Yeah.
you get a really, really.
You want some? No, I had them like that. Well, he is using ultramarine, so. Yeah, we have an ultramarine up here too.
Okay. Now we still have greens to go into this darn thing, so. All right, there. Okay, that's good enough. Now we are going to have dark green reflections coming into this, so we're not done with the water yet. And these buoys, I'm going to put a little hint of color on them. They are in they're in sunlight, so a little bit of color there. Okay, I'm cheating. I'm putting a little bit of red at the base of the boats, right at the water line. And if it blends into the shadows or the reflections, that doesn't bother me. And I'll do a little bit of detail on this motorboat over here. What do you want to do? Stop and start it? Yes.
No, I'll stop and start when you're like cleared out.
Okay. And I forgot to put beach color in the windows here. Okay, let's do step aside.
What is this?
It's an almond apricot.
Oh, it's whatever the recipe was
Right.
in the email.
Yes. We felt badly for the people who are at home and don't get the treats.
Oh, that's nice of her. Yeah. She doesn't do shipping from Vermont, right? So you wet the sky?
Before I put it in, yeah.
Okay.
We've got 85% of the painting covered. We now need to get into the greens of the foliage in the top. And I see the band of white that I've left, I see is fairly light. You know, I'll tell you, that whole bank of that whole area around the tree, around the buildings is all very dark. But I'm trying to see that some are lighter because they're being hit by the sun on the top than others, and I'm trying to have the lighter ones. I've just decided the lighter ones are going to be kind of around the houses. They're a little closer to us, they'll have a little more brightness, and then I'll have darker greens behind them. We'll let that dry, then we'll get into the greens in the water, which I see as almost as dark or darker than the greens up here. So this next step is kind of a challenge.
But we're up for it.
But we're up for it. Okay, so these in here, I'm going to start with, I'm not going to flood them with water. I don't want things to go all crazy on me. I'm going to get some new Gamboge yellow. No. Okay. And I'm just going to put the yellow. The sun is coming from the right, so these bushes are being hit by sun on this side. So the tops of this, all the way down.
What else?
What's that?
Just new Gamboge?
New Gamboge. I had a little bit of blue in there, ultramarine, but not much. Okay, I'm putting that again around these dumb sail things. And notice I haven't painted all the way down to the edges. I'm going new Gamboge, a little bit of ultramarine around this house, leaving the bottom half of this fairly wet. And now watch little miracle happen on Main Street here. I'm going to take ultramarine blue, mix it with that new Gamboge, but I'm going to go pretty strong in here. And I want it to blend. So the ultramarine blue, boom, right down to the level of the grasses. A good sharp line there. While all this foliage is wet, the left hand and the left-hand side and the bottoms of these are very dark. And I want to have a soft line. Boy, I'm looking right through the camera, Bill. Meanwhile, I'm trying to go around that mast.
Yeah.
Okay. Again, darkish on this side. Right on down, right next to the edge of the house. And then dark over here, going around this. These mast lines. Oh my God, why did I go around these things? So I'm getting a blend of, I forgot to put yellow in here, so I'm putting some pure yellow, tops of this bush, up in here. Go in with the, well, I'm good at this, I can do this. Okay, dark. This again was a little tricky to know how much water to put in your color and how much pure color. So I'm going to pretend that there are some bushes at the base of this house that go up and down. So the base of that house has some irregular foliage around it. Okay, I'm liking this. Now I'm happy. And a little bit up here, which probably won't blend because it's still, oops, no, it's still.
So you're doing that row of lights and darks first.
Yep.
Got it. Okay, awesome.
And this is that wall up there.
Right.
Yeah. Wall.
Oh, here's some bushes right here, right in front of this wall. So the wall doesn't have a, it's got a sharp top line, but the bottom line is raggedy. The bushes are in front of it. Is that right? Okay, so, but I ain't stopping there. So now we're gonna do the dark trees behind. And this, again, I'm not flooding it first, I'm just taking, now, the distant trees I'm mixing with raw sienna and ultramarine. So raw, so it's not as bright a yellow. So let me just show you here. Put a little bit of that over here. Again, the tops are mostly raw sienna. Think of these like ice cream cones. And dig into the ultramarine. It should be darker than the bushes in front of it.
Oh, the ice cream got my attention.
Wow. Okay, there's that. And that. And here's this tree up here. The one that little foliage against the sky. Not sure I'm doing a great job with this one. As someone used to say, painting watercolor and golf are similar. The more strokes you do, the worse you get. So I'm really trying to just do.
You know, I was thinking this could make the an interesting golf course.
So I'm going around this building here, around the stays of that mast. Ugh. Again, using a dirty yellow in the distance versus the very bright yellow in the foreground trees. I just went over some of that. I can lift that out later. Okay, here we go, a little bit more. And again, I don't want to get too formulaic, but it's just a wall of trees.
How about some snow caps from the ski resort in the distance?
And you can always add a little bit of any red into a green, and that makes it darker. There's a little bit of red up there. Okay, so I'm about done with that. That's that whole distant trees. Make sure that you can see where each tree is and the shape of it. We will go back into the buildings a little bit. Putting a little some dark stone in here. All right, I'm gonna stop there. Okay, happy, 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 happy. What? What? Oh, somebody's grandfather's clock.
That's Bill's alarm.
Wow. That's something.
And it's like that loud and like 6 a.m.
Goodness.
Uh-huh. Do you throw anything at him?
I'd like to.
We school Xerox and some stuff in the conference area. I saw Dawn. It was 6 o'clock. I tried to go in when yesterday, and Donna was still in the office. I said, it's 6 o'clock. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize it was so late. She was doing the trustee, the housing
Yeah.
deals. All right, I'm going to do 5 minutes of sort of simple stuff. The dark side of the sailboat, the side of the sailboat that's in shadow, that's on two of them. And some outlines on the boat mast, because right now they're white and they should have a little bit of darker color on the left side. I'm going to tone down the motorboat reflection a little bit. It's a little too jumpy over there. So this is not, this is kind of a short section, and you can continue with the water if you, as you like. But you can't really get into the shadow sides of the boat until the water has dried. So you gotta be careful there. You don't want the stuff to dribble out on you. So I'm gonna use a little bit of ultramarine and Windsor red, and let's just see how dark that is. Just kind of looking. Is that dark enough? Yeah, I think so. I'm gonna add a little touch of raw sienna too. There we go, right up to there. I'm gonna add a little bit of red at the water line. I'm gonna let it blend into the boat. I'm going to take that reflection oh boy, and I'm going to paint the reflection of the boat in the water, the shadow side of the boat in the water. And it has some pretty distinct a couple of these little reflection lines off of it. And I'll be using the same color sort of up here. And again, trying to make this look a little bit ragged. A couple. Let's see. The bottom of this is going to be there. Okay, now. Okay, the mast of the boat coming down through here. Okay. Using a little bit of raw sienna just to tone down this reflection of this boat just a little bit. And a few lines in the little bit of shadow of the, let's see. I've got to get some lines outlining the and this has I guess that's about it. Okay. The last big part is to do the dark greens in the water. Eventually we'll do the sail cover, but that's darker still than the greens, so we can't get to the greens too dark. Anyway, if you want to do a little bit of the dark side of those two sailboats with their reflections going into the water, I did a couple outlines on the masts. I toned that down.
Crazy.
All right, I'm getting ready to do the greens in the water. And since I've eliminated this motorboat, this double-hulled motorboat on the left, I've got to have the greens go right up to this little gasoline-powered boat.
Yeah.
But I have some nice strong lines down in here, some diagonals with those greens. These greens are a little not quite as dark, so I got to be careful there. Again, we can go back later, maybe even after class is over, and put in touches, tones, touching up the houses, get some details. They look a little bit ghost-like, but I need to knock in these last greens. So. And there's no sense in washing a whole lot of area because I'm going to be jumping around with green. And okay. I'm going to use the new gamboge and the ultramarine. Boom, boom. Maybe a little bit of the Windsor red. Okay, so let's see how this looks. jump over that sail cover. Okay, so right at that edge, where I had that little blush of color. And I see it getting darker as I come down. This is, quite honestly, this is like abstract painting. You know, you're trying to make interesting patterns. It doesn't really matter what it is. You just want to have interesting shapes in there. You got to get the values right, though. If they're too pale, you're going to want to go back in, and then you're going to be mad, or I would be mad. Okay. Here's a green. Right up against that boat. Right in there. And this is darker than the hull of that boat. Okay, I'm gonna throw some raw sienna in here just to get more color going, because I can't have it too monotone in here. Okay, then if I look at the picture, right around here, we get some really strong darks. I'm gonna have this go right down to the edge of the boat. That's the sailcloth. Okay, then now we start to get, just when you get around the boat, we start to get shorter lines. I'm still against the boat. Nice wide one here. A little one there. Oh boy, this is a real make it or break it here. I see the lines as a slight diagonal. Boy, I feel like I'm having to keep loading up with more color. And down here, and we get fewer of them. Okay, I think I do need to get that sail cover in because that color is in the reflection and the whole thing doesn't look quite right until I get that. Okay. What just happened? Okay, I've left a little bit of sunlight hitting the right-hand side of that sailcloth, a little bit up there, and then in the water. There it is. It covers the mast at some points. Two, three, couple little. There we go. Okay, now sort of put those big abstract shapes into the water. Try to make them continuous across. And I'm going to just touch up some of the windows and details on the houses.
How far from the ocean is this harbor?
It's right there.
Oh, so it's salt water.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. There's the boathouse back there. I think this building's a little bit too bright, so I'm going to tone this down.
What did you use with the shower? You got a little green in it?
Where's that?
For the ripples?
Yeah. It was New Gamboge and Ultramarine, I think. I had a little bit of Windsor red to get it darker.
I think that's it for now. And finish the rest of my phone.
Yeah, finish the rest when you have instant replay.
Well, I gotta get the boats are like, I gotta take time on
Yeah.
it. I can't remember the hand
Right.
I don't have that.
No, but I need the scrollability. I need to back up and watch it like a football game, right?
Exactly.
You need to see the play again within 60 seconds, otherwise forget it. You know?
Forget it, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, this boat back here really, it does have a little bit of a sail cover, so I put that in. Emil, what are we doing with all these lines, the strings coming down?
I don't know.
Oh.
You know what I'm thinking of doing is just taking my little thin rigger, put it in China light with a little tone.
Can you do it with a rigger?
Yeah,
I've got,
kind of just,
I've got lettering
just
brushes.
gotta take your time, and do,
I got these lettering brushes that make it.
I think I'm
snap.
gonna take,
I don't even worry about
Or
clouds.
use a
how am I gonna
black,
get those lines in?
or
Huh?
use a black pen,
Sure, I guess with that little rigger you used to have.
right, Judy?
Right.
Here, calligraphy brushes.
Yeah.
These
well,
two.
I'm going to,
I have one even half the size of this.
I'm gonna lift out some.
It's a very thin, and I use that for all those lines.
That's working.
So it's not,
In real life, it's sort of blotchy.
Oh,
Yeah,
even
it doesn't-
different.
The lines.
Oh, yeah,
are-
it
There's a whole
definitely,
different, that's
Yeah.
like,
Wow, perfect.
Yeah.
and there's a rigger in there.
that-
Yeah. Oh, here it is. Yeah, here's a small one.
right?
Yeah, that did
yeah, I'll
it.
show you.
Nice.
This is what I got. This is, it's like we're,
See, Blix is right down the street from.
There's so many of them, I can't do them all.
No.
yeah, this one.
Yeah, there you are.
Look, when you wet it,
Yep.
see? That's the one that's gonna do the magic.
Yeah, I like the white.
Yeah, I think the white one.
You
know, I
said you
got
don't
those
use
brushes
masking
with the set.
yourself much. You had any experience with, I use very old masking and it looks like it's not come off.
No, old masking is, bleh.
Oh, I think I did that, yeah.
So they did that little,
Yeah.
there are two that connect
It's,
to the
it's nice
sail.
that they're a little obfuscated, you know, it's
Yeah,
just nice
yeah.
they're not too bold.
Yeah, I gotta get home, do a couple things like edit.
Oh, yeah, that's.
I know.
Ned, can you explain how you're lifting that out?
It all
I have,
depends on what I'm
can you
doing.
see, I've got this, chisel brush, it's a 3/4 inch. And I just put it in water, I wipe a little bit out, and I just wanna make sure it's flat, straight. And I pull it down, I can go right through if I wanna make a little something that stays on that boat.
You know what it looks like? It's like a Monet. To me, like the style of Monet. I love it.
Is that, Susan, do you see that, how I did that over there?
But you need, if you want it to be real Monet, though, it has to be horizontal and vertical slashes, not none of this dot stuff. You don't have to be sorry. You're not Monet.
No, I'm gonna agree with most of them.
Or,
Yeah. I like what's that.
especially for the,
Yeah, right.
Okay, and I think this
It's a lot.
house way up here is way too bright. So I'm just gonna take it down a little.
Really? Yeah? Is it too much?
It is 12.
155, close enough for government.
Oh, 11:55.
but yeah, I mean, I think.
Ned, are you gonna do anything else with the light reflection by the boat on the left?
Down here,
No, the boat on the left, very light reflection. Are
over
you
here,
gonna do anything else with that?
the
or-
motor, you mean where the motorboat is?
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't think so. I've lightened it, I've darkened it up with a little bit of raw sienna, so it's not as bright as the hull. I think, why, does it look a little bit flat over there?
well, just my opinion,
Yeah.
it doesn't look right.
I know, it's too much light at the edge of the painting.
I went right through it. I said, "Oh, screw it, I'm done."
I don't know, maybe some red
Yeah,
stripes
really.
in the water to reflect,
Well, I'm gonna try this.
make it look more like the
I'm
boat.
gonna tone this down, and then I'm just gonna make the whole the shadow of the boat darker.
Nice. Oh, wow. Beautiful.
Yeah, that looks better.
It does look a little
So
better.
much
It was
better.
too bright over there. And I'm gonna put some little bit more red in there.
Is that Donna?
Those stripes.
Yeah, it's Donna. Hey,
Okay.
Donna.
Yes.
Hey, Donna.
Hi.
Hi. Damo.
Hi.
So a couple of red stripes there.
Oh,
you're
yeah.
right, You're right. Put a little red in here.
Donna's always right.
No, it's.
No, that's good suggestion. It was bugging me too, but
Nice.
that's a little bit better. It was too
Beautiful.
bright.
Yeah.
Thank you. Good.
I love the
Okay.
way you left the logo for the sail cover.
Sail cover, blue. Now this little patch in the sail cover looks too bright, so I'm just gonna turn that down.
That's not what the sponsors would say.
You know what I did is I did
Oh, I'm gonna
trees in the distance.
I'm gonna go back into the
Lighter, so there's,
Yeah, that's how I have it.
so there's air.
Yeah.
I like that.
I'm gonna go back into these grasses.
So, and I like the glow, and I like all
Oh, yeah.
I'm actually, you know what I'm gonna do? You know what? I'm gonna put a little pink in here to match the paint.
I really do that too. Yeah, like at 100 and
I'm trying to make a little bit of a raggedy look here.
I don't know if you really want to be me.
Yeah, it's what I used to begin with. It's cerulean blue and
Say again?
You're gonna have to try.
aureole, and I may add a little bit of burnt sienna to it.
Show the mask.
Now's the time when it gets louder and louder.
Yeah, too late now. Yeah. I'm gonna go China
Well, I
White.
was gonna say, the tree, they make it so that the tree's in front of the mask. But it wouldn't look
Yeah, I don't think so. It wouldn't read, you gotta show it in the back.
You know, and the meat was
And it
like
wouldn't
twice
read.
the size.
So, watch it. I'm gonna take my little brush
With the white.
with the white and with a little bit of blue in it. Dark ultramarine blue touch.
I take my X-Acto knife
Yeah. Oh,
and I scratch the paper.
that's
It's even better than China's white. I think it's better because, look. You take your pen,
Yeah.
you take the knife.
Yeah, take a.
I also have a battery operated tool for stone, which you can use it on water.
Yeah.
And it's got a little, I'll bring it to you, I'm gonna bring it
Okay,
to
yeah.
you so you
Yeah,
can
yeah,
show it.
yeah.
And you go zzz, and it's battery operated,
All right.
and it will right
So-
through.
So the knife that I use to open up my boxes, I can just use that knife?
Yeah.
Just go straight
But you
through.
have it here.
Very light, very light.
Very, take your time.
I'll try it. I'll
But
try
this
it.
has to be good and dry. I wouldn't even do it
No,
now,
I-
it's still too wet.
I'm gonna work on it. I don't work on it usually in the same day. I don't usually.
Oh, I'm gonna try to work on it
What
today.
what I am gonna do today, hey, I'm gonna work on all the books.
Yeah.
They gotta get toned. I gotta get some detail on them.
Oh, I'm just noodling around now, going back into the
I like
greens,
that he put a red stripe
that
on both.
those light
So,
greens.
put a red stripe on that. Yeah, okay. Thanks, Ned, this was great.
Good, you know.
You guys happy?
Come on, get happy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, I love stars.
And then I saw a guy on Instagram with a blow, not a blow dryer, but a little fan
Yeah,
to dry your in between things.
yeah, you can do that.
That's
I mean,
amazing.
I've got a fan in my,
Do you?
but you know, if you just wait, it'll dry.
I know, I can't be bothered with that. That's a little too much. Alright.
Huh? Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna call it quits. You can always noodle a little bit more. I may look at it tomorrow and figure out what else I want to touch.
Yeah, but that is beautiful. Came out great.
Thank you. It's all just keeping the paint flowing and keeping the values right. It's a nice tranquil scene.
Tranquil, look how dark those colors are.
Oh, is it light?
Recording stopped. Thanks so much, Ned, that's great.
Okay, thanks, Anne Marie.
Thank you, Ned.
Good stuff.
I'm taking off too.
Okay, Josh.
Thank you, Ned. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
It's like the Zoom audience had an alarm that went off.
Unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
At
That's so beautiful.
12:01.
Yeah, we have such a nice group of people.
They're saying, there's such a loud group in there.